Welcome back. This is an interesting one. We've got a new look at digital media and its impact on our attention spans. New research from Dr. Gloria Mark, a UC Irvine professor, shows we are spending less time focusing on one screen.
Yeah, well, in 2004, the average person spent about 2.5 minutes on a screen. Now they spend fewer than 50 seconds. It is what some are calling goldfish syndrome. Psychotherapist Dr. Robi Ludwig joins us now. Okay, so Dr. Robi, goldfish syndrome, it's basically meaning that you can't really focus on one thing, or you're constantly moving from one thing to the next. But you say there's sort of a debate over whether this is because our attention spans are getting shorter, or because there's just so much more stuff out there to distract us.
Yeah,
so,
I think they found that goldfish pay like 8 seconds attention to various things.
So we're ahead of them.
So here's the issue.
Barely.
There are no long-term studies to determine whether we really are less able to pay attention to one thing. But if you ask people, the sense is that they're not able to pay attention. There was a survey, half the population feels like I'm not able to pay attention, but we don't know if that's through distractions, all the pings and pulls and algorithms, or whether something else is going on.
So is there anything we can, just as individuals, if we're like, well, I want to be better than a goldfish. How do we improve our focus?
Yeah. So it's really like making a plan for yourself, and we get distracted. So if your phone is a distraction and you need to pay attention, put your phone in another room or put it on silent. Be very mindful in the moment. If you're doing something, let's say you have a Zoom call, make sure you're not multitasking. It turns out we're not good multitaskers. If we're multitasking, then we're not paying attention to one thing.
And like everything gets done halfway.
That's right. That's exactly right. And to take a break, get good sleep, because sometimes when you take a break, you can come to a situation with fresh eyes. I do that when I'm writing articles. I do my research, and then I take a break, and then I write my article.
I really like number 7 on that list, too, talking about connecting with nature. It's just kind of getting outside of yourself, outside of all the electronic stimulation that's coming in at us from so many directions.
Definitely.
So, Doctor, you say that we actually have this natural resistance, though, as human beings. We don't want to feel bored, and now social media has stepped in to fill that void. Like those times when you might just be sitting by yourself and maybe getting creative ideas, there's no time for that anymore because we don't allow ourselves that downtime.
That's right, and it's really immediate gratification. So when you think about it, you look at your phone and you're stimulated, you see things that you think are funny or interesting, and there's really a lot to be said about boredom. It's where creativity lives. But if you want to focus better, then make a commitment to yourself to not be distracted by your phone. It turns out we check our phone far more than we realize because it seduces us, right? Or even our computers when an ad pops up and we see pretty shoes. So be cognizant that we're being seduced all the time and try to make a plan to resist that.
Yeah, and what you said is such a good point, that we leave no time to just think. Or just be, like, to have an idea, to just, honestly, pray whatever it is that you want to do. There's not time for that.
We talk about, like, when you're in the shower, which is the time when most people are not on their phones. It's like that one little respite. But I know I have a lot lot of great ideas.
That's so true. I can have a shower thinking like a list of things clearly defined that I got to do.
It is a place for creativity that nobody talks about. Yes.
Only because, and guess what? Because our phones aren't there.
That's right. That's right. Or computers.
Yeah.
Right.
Dr. Robi, thank you so much. Very interesting stuff.
We appreciate it. Thank you.